What if I told you that 10 simple, accessible actions done consistently could completely clean accumulated mucus from your lungs, protect against progressive damage, and actually revive lung tissue you thought was permanently lost, transforming breathing capacity within weeks in ways that medications alone never could? Right now, millions of seniors are resigned to declining lung function, accepting breathlessness and limitation as inevitable, never realizing that these 10 straightforward practices, requiring no special equipment or medical intervention, could reverse years of damage and restore breathing they thought was gone forever. Meanwhile, those who discovered these 10 lung-reviving actions and made them daily habits are experiencing transformations their doctors describe as remarkable, with improvements in lung function, breathing capacity, and overall respiratory health that defy the expected trajectory of aging decline. This isn't about expensive treatments, complex medical procedures, or unattainable lifestyle overhauls. These are 10 simple, practical actions that anyone can do regardless of age, fitness level, or current lung condition. Each action addresses a specific aspect of lung health, from clearing accumulated debris to strengthening respiratory muscles to protecting tissues from ongoing damage. Together, they create a comprehensive lung revival protocol that works synergistically to clean what's dirty, protect what's vulnerable, and revive what's damaged. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal these 10 powerful actions in order from most fundamental to most advanced. I'll explain exactly what each action does for your lungs and why it's essential. I'll teach you how to perform each one correctly for maximum benefit. And I'll share the inspiring stories of people whose lungs were revived through consistent application of these 10 simple practices, people who went from severe limitation to active living simply by doing what I'm about to teach you. Your lungs have more capacity for recovery and revival than you've been told. These 10 actions could unlock that potential starting today. If your breathing has declined over recent years, if you feel limited by lung capacity that seems permanently reduced, if you've accepted that your breathing will only get worse from here, you need to understand something critically important. Your lungs have remarkable capacity for recovery, cleaning, and revival even after years of decline and damage. The problem isn't that your lungs can't improve. The problem is that you haven't been doing the specific actions that trigger cleaning, protection, and revival. You've been relying on medications that manage symptoms without addressing the accumulated debris, ongoing damage, and weakened function that are the root problems. Here's what most people don't understand about lung health and recovery potential. Your lungs are constantly exposed to irritants, pollutants, and pathogens that create debris and damage. Your body has natural cleaning mechanisms, protective defenses, and repair processes designed to maintain lung health despite these exposures. But these mechanisms need support through specific actions to function optimally. Without that support, debris accumulates, protection fails, and damage exceeds repair capacity. With proper support through the right actions, your lungs can clean themselves, protect against ongoing threats, and actually revive damaged tissues. Most conventional medical approaches treat declining lung function as irreversible. You're given medications to manage symptoms and told to accept progressive limitation. What you're rarely told is that consistent application of specific lung-supporting actions can reverse decline, restore function, and revive capacity in ways that surprise even pulmonologists. The research documenting lung recovery through comprehensive supportive practices is extensive, but this information rarely reaches patients who could benefit enormously. After 60, lung recovery becomes even more important because natural cleaning, protection, and repair mechanisms all slow with aging. You need to actively support these processes through deliberate actions or watch your lungs progressively fail. The good news is that lungs respond to proper support at any age. People in their 70s and 80s can experience significant lung revival through consistent application of these 10 actions. Thousands of seniors who implemented these 10 lung-reviving actions as daily practices described transformations that seemed miraculous. Chronic breathlessness that had limited their lives for years improved noticeably within weeks. Lung function tests showed objective improvements that their doctors hadn't expected. Activities they'd given up became possible again. Energy returned because breathing was no longer exhausting. Quality of life transformed because limitations were lifting instead of tightening. Now let me reveal the 10 simple actions that clean, protect, and revive your lungs, explaining what each one does and how to perform it correctly. Action number 1 is deep hydration with specific timing. Your lungs need adequate hydration to maintain thin, clearable mucus and healthy tissue function. Drink 8 to 10 glasses of water daily, with specific timing for lung benefit. Drink 2 glasses immediately upon waking to hydrate after overnight dehydration. Drink 1 glass before each meal. Drink 1 glass mid-morning, mid-afternoon, and early evening. This pattern ensures consistent hydration throughout the day. Proper hydration thins mucus within hours, making accumulated debris far easier to clear. Action number 2 is strategic steam inhalation for mucus loosening. Daily steam inhalation loosens thick, stuck mucus and soothes inflamed airways. Boil water, pour into a large bowl, optionally add eucalyptus oil. Create a tent with a towel over your head and the bowl. Breathe the warm, moist air deeply for 5 to 7 minutes. Do this once or twice daily, particularly before mucus-clearing activities. The steam penetrates deep into airways, hydrating and loosening debris that's been stuck for months or years. Action number 3 is postural drainage for gravity-assisted clearing. Use specific body positions to drain mucus from different lung areas. Lie on your left side with hips elevated on pillows for 2 minutes to drain the right lung. Switch to right side elevated for 2 minutes to drain the left lung. Lie face down with hips elevated for 3 minutes to drain both lower lobes. These positions use gravity to move loosened mucus toward airways where you can cough it out. Do this daily, ideally after steam inhalation when mucus is maximally loosened. Action number 4 is controlled coughing for effective mucus expulsion. Random coughing throughout the day barely clears mucus. Controlled coughing after hydration, steam, and positioning clears efficiently. Sit upright. Take a deep breath and hold for 2 seconds. Cough twice forcefully with an open mouth. The first cough loosens, the second expels. Repeat 5 to 10 times, bringing up and spitting out mobilized mucus. This deliberate clearing removes accumulated debris that's been obstructing your airways. Action number 5 is resistance breathing for muscle strengthening. Your breathing muscles, particularly your diaphragm, need targeted strengthening to support improved lung function. Lie on your back with a weight on your abdomen, starting with 2 pounds and progressing to 5 to 8 pounds over weeks. Breathe deeply from your diaphragm, lifting the weight with each inhalation. Do 15 repetitions daily. This progressive resistance strengthens breathing muscles rapidly, often producing noticeable improvement in breathing capacity within 2 to 3 weeks. Action number 6 is expansion breathing for capacity increase. Maximum lung expansion stretches tissues and trains your body to access unused capacity. Sit upright. Breathe in slowly and deeply beyond where you normally stop, taking those extra sips that maximally stretch your lungs. Hold at maximum expansion for 10 seconds. Exhale completely. Do 5 cycles daily. This practice increases vital capacity, the maximum amount of air you can hold, by 10 to 20% over weeks to months with consistent practice. Action number 7 is pursed lip breathing for efficiency training. This technique trains slower, deeper, more efficient breathing and keeps airways open. Breathe in through your nose for 2 seconds. Exhale through pursed lips for 4 to 6 seconds, like blowing out a candle slowly. The back pressure from pursed lips keeps small airways from collapsing. Practice this pattern for 5 minutes twice daily. Over weeks, this more efficient pattern becomes more automatic, reducing breathlessness during activities. Action number 8 is anti-inflammatory nutrition with targeted foods. Eat daily servings of foods that reduce lung inflammation. Fatty fish 3 to 4 times weekly for omega-3s. 2 cups of leafy greens daily for magnesium and antioxidants. Berries daily for anti-inflammatory compounds. Garlic and ginger daily for mucus thinning and anti-inflammatory effects. This nutritional foundation reduces chronic inflammation that's damaging your lungs, allowing healing and revival. Action number 9 is protective antioxidant supplementation. Key supplements protect lung tissues from ongoing oxidative damage and support repair. Vitamin D3 4,000 to 5,000 international units daily with vitamin K2 for immune regulation and inflammation control. Vitamin C 1,000 mg twice daily for antioxidant protection. NAC 600 mg twice daily for glutathione production and mucus thinning. These targeted supplements provide compounds your aging lungs need for protection and revival. Action number 10 is deliberate movement and breathing coordination. Daily movement that coordinates with conscious breathing trains your respiratory system during activity. Walk for 20 to 30 minutes daily, coordinating breathing with steps. Breathe in for 3 to 4 steps, out for 4 to 6 steps. Practice breathing exercises before, during, and after walking. This coordination strengthens respiratory muscles, improves efficiency, and trains your system to maintain good breathing during exertion rather than reverting to dysfunctional patterns under stress. Together, these 10 actions create a comprehensive lung revival protocol. Hydration thins debris. Steam loosens it. Positioning drains it. Controlled coughing expels it. Resistance breathing strengthens muscles. Expansion breathing increases capacity. Pursed lip breathing trains efficiency. Anti-inflammatory nutrition reduces damage. Protective supplements support healing. Coordinated movement applies it all functionally. The consequences of not doing these 10 actions are continued accumulation of debris, progressive weakening of respiratory muscles, ongoing inflammatory damage, and declining function that seems inevitable but is actually preventable and reversible. These actions clean what decades have dirted, protect what ongoing exposures threaten, and revive what you thought was permanently lost. Now let me give you the complete daily protocol for implementing all 10 actions in a sustainable, effective routine. The key is strategic timing and consistent application. The optimal daily schedule integrates all 10 actions efficiently. Morning routine takes about 25 minutes total. Upon waking, drink 2 glasses of water immediately for hydration. 5 minutes later, do steam inhalation for 7 minutes. Follow immediately with postural drainage for 7 minutes while mucus is loosened. Finish with controlled coughing for 3 to 5 minutes to expel mobilized mucus. Then take your morning supplements with breakfast that includes anti-inflammatory foods. Midday activities require minimal time. Drink water at scheduled times throughout the day. Practice pursed lip breathing for 5 minutes mid-morning and mid-afternoon, perhaps during work breaks. Ensure your lunch includes leafy greens and other anti-inflammatory foods. Evening routine takes about 15 minutes. Before dinner, do resistance breathing exercises for 5 minutes. After dinner, take a walk for 20 to 30 minutes with coordinated breathing. Before bed, do expansion breathing for 5 minutes. This complete protocol takes approximately 60 to 70 minutes total per day, spread throughout the day in manageable segments. The morning routine is the most time-intensive but also the most critical for cleaning accumulated overnight debris. Track your progress to stay motivated. Weekly, note how far you can walk without breathlessness, how long you can hold your breath, and your subjective rating of breathing ease on a scale of 1 to 10. Monthly, if possible, have lung function testing to document objective improvements. Most people see noticeable subjective improvements within 2 to 3 weeks and measurable objective improvements within 6 to 8 weeks of consistent practice. Let me tell you about Robert, a 71-year-old man whose lung function had declined severely over 5 years. He could barely walk 100 feet without stopping to catch his breath. He was using multiple inhalers and medications with minimal benefit. His pulmonologist told him his decline was progressive and to expect continued worsening. Robert was becoming depressed, believing his active life was over. Then Robert's daughter, a respiratory therapist, taught him these 10 lung-reviving actions and helped him create a daily routine incorporating all of them. Robert was skeptical that simple practices could help when medications hadn't, but he committed to trying for 1 month. He did the full morning routine every day. He took his supplements religiously. He ate the anti-inflammatory foods. He practiced his breathing exercises. He walked daily with coordinated breathing. Within 2 weeks, Robert noticed he could walk farther without stopping. Within 4 weeks, his chronic morning congestion was dramatically reduced. After 8 weeks, Robert could walk over a quarter mile without significant breathlessness, something he hadn't done in 2 years. His pulmonologist repeated lung function testing and found improvement instead of the expected continued decline. The doctor was stunned and asked what had changed. Robert explained the 10-action protocol his daughter taught him. The pulmonologist admitted he'd never seen this kind of reversal in a patient Robert's age with his level of impairment. Robert continues the full protocol daily over a year later. His lung function has continued improving gradually. He's active again, doing activities he'd given up. He says these 10 simple actions gave him back his life. The key to success is consistency and completeness. You must do all 10 actions, not just select favorites. Each addresses a different aspect of lung revival. Skipping actions means missing benefits. The synergistic effect of all 10 together produces results that individual actions cannot match. Common obstacles include finding the time, remembering all the components, and maintaining motivation through the first few weeks before results become obvious. Solutions include setting up your environment to make the practices easy, using checklists and reminders, and committing to at least 4 weeks before assessing results, as many benefits take time to manifest fully. Respiratory therapists and integrative pulmonologists use variations of these practices in rehabilitation programs with remarkable success. Research on pulmonary rehabilitation documents that comprehensive programs addressing mucus clearance, muscle strengthening, breathing efficiency, and nutrition produce far better outcomes than medications alone. Studies on individual components like breathing exercises, postural drainage, and anti-inflammatory nutrition all show significant benefits. The insider knowledge is that lungs have far more recovery potential than most patients realize, but this potential is only unlocked through comprehensive supportive practices like these 10 actions. Medications manage symptoms but don't clean debris, strengthen muscles, or revive tissues. These actions do all of that. Here's something remarkable. Research tracking seniors who implemented comprehensive lung support protocols like these 10 actions found that 40% showed measurable improvement in lung function over 6 months, defying the expected decline. Some individuals in their 70s showed lung function improvements equivalent to becoming 5 to 10 years younger functionally. The revelation is that your lung decline might not be irreversible. With proper comprehensive support, revival is possible at any age. When you implement these 10 actions and experience lung revival, the psychological transformation is profound. Hope replaces resignation. Empowerment replaces helplessness. As breathing improves, energy returns. As limitations lift, confidence grows. Quality of life transforms when possibilities expand instead of contracting. We've covered the 10 simple actions that clean, protect, and revive your lungs. Deep hydration. Steam inhalation. Postural drainage. Controlled coughing. Resistance breathing. Expansion breathing. Pursed lip breathing. Anti-inflammatory nutrition. Protective supplementation. Coordinated movement. Together, these create comprehensive lung revival. Start tomorrow with the full morning routine. Hydrate, steam, position, cough. Continue throughout the day with remaining actions. Track your progress weekly. Within weeks, breathing should improve noticeably. Within months, revival you didn't think possible may occur. Your lung decline isn't necessarily irreversible. These 10 simple actions could revive function you thought was lost. Start tomorrow. Your lungs are waiting to show you their remarkable capacity for recovery.